What's up, everybody? Adam here from Blacktop, SmackTalk, coming to you live on this beautiful Wednesday evening here in Seattle, Washington. The first video of the year, first of many. We are so looking forward to getting back in the studio, getting back on the grind. It's been a long time coming. This video, however, is going to announce my personal, Adam's personal Eastern and Western Conference All-Star reserves. Last week, the starters got announced. So today and tomorrow, the reserves will get announced at 4 o'clock Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern over on TNT. So I'm going to name my 14 players, and we'll see what happens. See if your boy goes 14 of 14. All right. So I'm going to read my go with the East first. Oh, the starters in the East: Tyrese Halliburton, Dame, Jason Tatum, Giannis, Embiid. In the West is Luka, Shea, LeBron, KD, and Jokic. Pretty good fives right there. So now, run down my guys in the East. Who I got? Starting off in the backcourt, Jalen Brunson. Best player on the Knicks. Almost 27 points a game. Has them 31 and 17. Is just a beast. He's been hooping this year. You know, he got that confidence from playing for Team USA in the summertime. And he was hooping last year. And the last like year or so in Dallas. And then last year in New York. Man. And he probably low-key should have made it last year too when you think about it. But he's in. My other guard is Tyrese Maxey, who started off the year torching these guys. You know, right now he's about 25.7 points a game. He had the Sixers in the top three. Him and Embiid, their two men was just lethal. Injuries within the team kind of, dwindled their standings. So now they are sitting at 6 in the East. But nonetheless, he's been one of the best cards in the Eastern Conference. My front court, Jaylen Brown. It was tricky. I was leaning towards Porzingis. I had to give to the Celtics too, but I wasn't sure whether it was Porzingis, Jaylen Brown, or maybe even Derek White. Ooh, it was tough, but Jaylen Brown arguably been the second best player, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of the other two guys that got mentioned. He hasn't been as good as he was last season, but still the second best player on the Celtics. Julius Randle, beast, has a shoulder injury right now. He actually might miss the game, so I'm going to name an injury replacement just in case. He's 24 points a game, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 18 double-doubles. Definitely think the Knicks deserve 2. Bam Adebayo. He's missed some games, but he's still about 21 points a game, 10.5 rebounds, 4 assists, 24 double-doubles. But I can't put 2 Miami guys. It was him or Jimmy. I think Jimmy's missed a little more time, even though Jimmy's probably the better player. But Miami's in 7th right now, so I couldn't put 2 in there. Donovan Mitchell's been hooping. He lost Mobley and Darius Garland to 6-week injuries, and he has them 4th in the East right now, going about 27, almost 28 points a game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and almost 2 steals, which is second in the NBA. Wasn't really known as a defender his last few years in Utah and last year in Cleveland, but he's really stepped it up on both ends. And the last player I got in the East is Paolo Banchero, Seattle's own. He's been carrying the Magic. They were actually 4th at one point in the East, but right now they're in 8th at 24 and 23. He missed Franz Wagner for a while. He missed Wendell Carter for a while. He's missed Markelle Fultz. Other guys have been in and out of the lineup with injuries, but there was a nice stretch in January where he really upped his play, and he's 23 points a game, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. If Trey, or I'm sorry, I just kind of gave it away. Trey Young will be my injury replacement for Julius Randle. He's 27 points a game, 11 assists. Other guys I thought of were Jimmy Butler, as I mentioned, Porzingis, as I mentioned, Derek White, as I mentioned, and Scotty Barnes, who's been hooping, but Toronto's been real shaky. But I had to show him love. I know he'll get some votes from the coaches. All right, now to the West. The backcourt, Steph Curry, 27.5 points a game, 5 assists, 93% free throws, 40% from 3. Golden State's trash this year. They're not trash overall, but they've been really bad this year. They've been struggling. 12th in the West right now. See what the deadline holds. But Steph's box office every time he steps on the court. So I couldn't knock him. I know fans want to see that. I think the coaches will reward him too, even though the Warriors have been struggling. And Edwards is the leader of the first place team out West. About 26 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Guards one of the 2 best players every game. Just he has that it factor, and he's another box office player. Next guy on the front court now is Kawhi Leonard from my LA Clippers. They're 30-15 in the West, and he's been arguably one of the top 5 players in the NBA all season at almost 24 points a game, 6 rebounds, 1.7 steals, and he's almost 50-40-90. And he's healthy, thank goodness, knock on wood. He's been healthy. Him and PG been healthy for the most part this year. My next guy is Paul George. Obviously, that's my guy. But he's been hooping. I can't take that away from him. And he's been a big factor in the Clippers' success. 23 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, 1.6 steals, 40% from 3. Just really, and he's defending his ass off, and just he's been hooping. Anthony Davis, it's hard because the Lakers are in 9th right now, under 500, but Anthony Davis has arguably been the best Laker at 25 points a game, 12 rebounds, and 2.3 blocks, which is good for 4th and 5th in the league. I can't hit on that. He gets my nod. Devin Booker missed about 8 games, but he's still 5th in the NBA in scoring, top 10 in assists. He's at 28.4 points a game, 7.3 assists. Phoenix is 27-20, which is 6th. Kind of weird getting 2 guys in there, but Devin Booker is one of the best players in the league, top 15 guy. So definitely, and he's been proven. He scored average 42 last week. He's been hooping. And lastly is De'Aaron Fox. All-Star last year, going to repeat this year, 27.5 points a game, 5.6 assists. Sacramento is 5th in the West at 27-18. The West is going to be hard, man. I don't know if I'm going to go 7-7 on that one, but because you got Sabonis, who double-double leader. Gobert anchors the best defense in the NBA, and he's probably going to be Defensive Player of the Year. Cat has been 22 points a game, shooting the lights out. Lauri Markkanen has followed up his All-Star season last year with another great season thus far. And I got to show love to Brandon Ingram, Chet Holmgren, Sengun, who's been hooping for Houston. Jamal Murray, that game's play kind of hurt him, and he hasn't been as good as the others. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. 4 o'clock or 4:30 tomorrow on TNT. But that's it for now. We appreciate all your guys' love and support. Please, if you haven't, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. Stay tuned. We got some good stuff coming. Trade deadlines next week. We might have, you never know, we might pop up, do a quick little, recap of that, see what, our reaction. But again, we appreciate you guys. We'll talk soon. We appreciate the love. Blessings, y'all. Thank you.